I miss you, baby. Love my cousin never end. Just touch me and be there again. Oh, hello. Okay, we're live. Hey, fam. How are you? How are you? How are you doing? Okay, so circulating finance or wealth in our community, it is very important. And I believe we all are aware, we all know this, like we know this already, that, trading amongst ourselves is key. Okay. We're not maybe pushing to say that we can solve all our problems within a day or two, but at least we know that we can improve our collective situation if we agree to keep the money in the Black community. Hey, welcome. I hope you're going to call in today, Squishy. I hope you're going to call in today. So I just posted the details of Sankofa repatriation. I posted all the information because last night when we were doing the live, people were asking, oh, Sankofa repatriation, how can we benefit from Sankofa repatriation? And, so I've put the information here for anyone who might be interested to know about Sankofa. You can go to their website, you can go to the YouTube channel, you can do Facebook, and you can find out, more about the program. I intentionally put it here today because I figured that yesterday when we finished doing the show, a lot of people were interested, but the video didn't come up until I think today or this morning. So you can go to their website and find out about their information. Sister Ya is doing an amazing job. So yeah, squishy pants. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna put the invite here. And you can call in. Hello. If you're on, this is your girl AJ, and this is the Woke African Show, guys. So this show is about conversation. As I've told you, there are some channels that are news channel, some channels are politically oriented, some channels are like how to do this and how to do that. This channel is about a conversation to it's about a conversation, about the things that are important to us. So guys, let's go call in. It's a conversation. I can't have a conversation by myself, else I look weird. I look like a weirdo if I'm having a conversation by myself. But the topic for today is the importance of keeping our circulating wealth amongst our communities. Okay, so first of all, let's take the example of people leaving the rural communities to come to the cities, to come to the cities to find greener pastures or whatever they want to come to the city to do. They're leaving the villages, okay, to come to the city. Why? Because resources are not equitably distributed. And because resources are not equitably distributed in the villages, people tend to levitate towards an area where they can get access to those resources. So, taking that into consideration, like, just keep that in mind as we go along. Hey, squishy. Squishy pants on. So guys, like all of you who has been like calling on me as Jane, like Gina, all of you who have been wondering who Squishy Pants is, I guess you've seen him today. I thought he was going to stay longer, so I could ask him a few questions. You know, I could ask him a few questions, but he didn't stay. So I guess, hey, calling back, especially when you can come on again. All right, so let's go back to our conversation. As I was saying, you know that when you see the rural areas, the rural settlements, the rural locations, everybody who is coming to the city is coming to look for opportunity. So it means that wherever there is opportunity or wherever there is enough allocation of resources, people will make themselves available to take advantage of the resource. Please hold on. Hey, hey, hey. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. Like, there are kids in my house playing and they're going berserk, you know? So people will come from the rural communities and they'll come to the city. Why are they coming to the city? To look for opportunity, resources, as you know, I was saying. And the relationship that has with, you know, circulation of resources or, you know, circulating of wealth is that when people leave the rural communities and they come to the cities, then all the focus is on the city. So the government then implement a lot of projects in the city. They kind of like put infrastructure in the city. They kind of like expand infrastructure and give like all kinds of, you know, opportunities in the city. Why is it? Why is this? Why is this? It's because people want to levitate towards where wealth is circulated, or you know, finance or money or however you call it, but I call it resources. So you know, people want to levitate in that area. So it is not placed wrongly if you say that if we as a community do not circulate our resources within, you know, within us, within our community, and we choose to continue to like spend our money outside our community, then what is going to happen is that our young people will not stop trying to find the location of these resources in order to take advantage of. So if we're complaining that our young people are moving out of Africa and going to China and going to Lebanon and going to US and going to the UK and going to Australia, and they're not staying in the continent to build it. If we want to make, okay, say that if we want to say that we need you know, the youth of Africa to stay in Africa, then we cannot say that if we're not thinking about where we're putting the resources, where we're circulating the resources. Today I was having a conversation with one of my sisters, and please hold on, guys. Hey, 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 I'm on live. Shush, quiet. Sometimes you have to put your foot down. Okay, so if we're not thinking about, like, you know, the resources and the direction the resources are going, if we're not thinking about where we're spending our money, then we cannot blame others. Today I was having a conversation with one of my sisters, and we were talking about, you know, looking the things that we have to do by looking within, and you know, talking about the things that we need to do as a community to kind of like move ahead. So where we're spending our money, if we want our young people to stay in the continent, if we want our young people to dream, even for those who are outside the continent, if we want our young people to dream, then let's look at this thing like the scenario of a country. So if you concentrate the resources within the city, the capital city, then the people who are spread out and located around in other areas, would come gravitate towards the city. But how about the government or the system circulates these resources equally in all these areas? What will happen is that young people in these communities, these small communities, will have the opportunity to gain. For example, if the government built a factory, a soap making factory in a small village, with about a population of maybe 500 to 600 people, or maybe about 1,000 to 2,000 people, and the government built maybe one soap making factory, maybe one food production factory, and maybe one agricultural produce factory, and about, let's say, 3 or 4 factories. People in that community would stay within that community because they have a reason. Something is holding them down there, because they have to take care. Oh, calling on Mayat. Welcome, 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 sis. Squishy Pants actually called in today, sis. Squishy Pants actually called in, and I'd love for you to call in, because welcome, welcome, sis. Okay, so as I was saying, they would, if the government or the system or the structure kind of like set these communities up with the resources that they need, then they would have jobs over there. They would, out of the wealth that they have, they've been able to make out of those resources that was situated in their community. They can build schools, they can build hospitals, they can build, like, build, and start developing that community. The young people will start having reason to stay within that community. So it's the same way. If we're not keeping resources within our community, if we're always looking to spend our money outside our community, and this goes to not just our finances, even with our cultural exchanges, with, like, traditional exchanges, like everything else, education, everything. If we make that exchange, and kind of like put resources towards our community, it not only keeps resources within, but it kind of empowers the people in our community. It kind of like raise our ability to negotiate on the market because of our financial power. So we have to think about this carefully. We have to think about this carefully, because we keep talking a lot, and sometimes people keep asking, what next? What do we do? There is a lot to do. There's a lot to do. So that, dress you're trying to buy, that shoe that you've been wanting to buy, that wig that you've been wanting to buy, for those of us who thinks we can do anything to help, yes, we can actually do something to help by spending our little monies within our communities, and also supporting industry. Supporting our local industries is key. So circulating wealth amongst ourselves in the community has such, it will have such a profound effect on our collective rise and in our collective progress as a people. Now, what do you ask the question? What do we do? We need to start turning over a new leaf so that our children can also learn. We need to start teaching our children the financial power of trading within the Black community. We need to show strength within our community, because you know what? I was telling my sister this morning, and I was like, the fact that we feel reluctant. Okay, if you want to know that you have self-hate, the fact that you feel reluctant to do something for yourself, the fact that you know what is good, the fact that you know what is good for yourself, the fact that you know, I have to do this, I have to do that, and I have to do that. The fact that you know this and you're not doing it, you're just not doing it. And sometimes you don't even understand why you're not doing it. But you know, I need to go and fix my car. I need to start teaching my children because the school is not going, but you're not doing it. You know you have to fix that thing that is going to impact your life so much, the life of your children, but you're not doing it. You know you have to be taking that remedy to help resolve your health situation, but you're not doing it. You know you have to go and get yourself checked. You're not doing it. You know that you need to take that business of yours seriously. You know you need to wake up every morning like the way you wake up to go to work when you're working for somebody else. You know you have to wake up to go to your office, but you just keep sleeping in. After all, it's your own business. You can do what you like with it. The more you're not taking the situations of your life seriously, it's evidence. It is evidence. Kylie, I'm doing live. Open Facebook. I'm doing live. Okay. Facility Facebook, man. So I'm so sorry, my daughter doesn't get it. Kylie, I'm alive. What? Okay, when I finish live, then we talk about it. Okay. So the fact that you know you have to do all these things in your life, even just for yourself to improve your life, but you don't have the will to do it. But if somebody had asked you, you would have done it in a heartbeat. If somebody had asked you, you would have done it without even thinking about it. That is a sign of self-hatred. Because you know that if you get up and you keep going and you keep going to these companies and you keep presenting your profiles, somebody is gonna call you. If you know that if you take that application and you get on the bus and you go to about 5 to 6 companies in a day for a week, you're gonna get that job, and you're not doing it for yourself. But if somebody asks you a favor, you're willing to do it. You should start to think about it, because that could be self-hatred right there. Because people are thinking that self-hatred is when you wake up in the morning and you feel like, I don't like myself. No, That right there, that is emotional feeling or whatever. But if we talk about self-hate, it's deeper. It's I'm sorry, hold on. Kylie, I don't like what you're doing. Go and put your clothes down. Quickly. Go and put your clothes down. Kylie, I don't like what you're doing. I'm on live. Okay. She doesn't get it. Okay. So yeah, so the fact that you want to do things quickly for others, but you don't find yourself, no, sometimes it's not even that you don't find yourself worthy. It's just that you just won't do it for yourself. And because you won't do it for yourself, you just let go. And the time and the day keeps passing. It keeps passing you. It keeps passing you. You know that son of yours, that daughter of yours. You need to go and see them, but you just don't want to give yourself that opportunity, that room. So you don't tell yourself you hate. Of course, everybody tells themselves they love themselves. Like I tell myself I love myself every day. I'm sure you feel, even if you don't tell yourself, you feel within you that you love yourself. That is why you buy new things. That is why you give away to kind of like, confirm to yourself that, yeah, you love yourself. But why are you not doing anything that progresses you? It starts, the community starts from you. So I want to talk about the you today, or the I today, or the me today. Let me take this comment. Black communities all over the globe don't practice group economics, even when the nations are majority Black, because we rather patronize other people's businesses than our own kind. See, that is, you see, that is what I'm talking about, the point where she gets to, because we don't practice, because we would rather do that, because we would rather do this. And then we say we hate ourselves, and people go like, we hate ourselves how? It's just the system. It's not helping us. But think about it. Every single time you should have done something that could have progressed you, that you didn't do it, it's a sign. Every time that you need to quit that drinking, you need to quit that smoking that you're not doing, it's a sign. So the fact that you have to do this for yourself and you're not doing it, you keep doing it, and then the guilt keeps piling, and that becomes your state, your situation. And because you hate yourself and you don't even know it yet, you project that same hatred on people of your own kind. And people of our own kind, because individually we all don't know it, that we hate ourselves. Then when we become a community, then you see the signs. We don't patronize each other. Those who patronize, those who are producing something for us to patronize them, they're putting out their cutthroat prices. Sometimes it's because of inability to expand the business. So if the business is very small and a lot is done manually, of course products and prices become high. Products and prices become high and expensive. So the reason why we don't practice group economics is the self-hatred. You don't want to see your brother succeed. You don't want to see your sister prosper. You don't want somebody to gain more wealth than you have. But you see, that is the mentality Okay. The limit to wealth cannot be measured. You can keep getting rich, and getting richer, and getting richer, and getting richer every single day. You can keep getting richer and richer and richer every single day. There is no limit as to how rich you can get. So why not support that brother? Why not support that sister? We need to practice group economics. We need to pull each other. We need to, because some people have had to take drastic measures to develop and grow their economies. Why not Africa though? Why not all of us? We need to think seriously about this. And we need to be brothers keepers. We need to be brothers keepers. You know, I want you to take time and think about this, reflect on this a little bit, and we will reconvene tonight. But practicing, wealth circulation in our community, that is what is key to our prosperity. That is what will push, our economic rise. That is what will empower our people to be sustaining. That is not something that most people want to hear, but it is inevitable. That's what we've got to do, then that's what we've got to do. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely come your way again this evening. So stay tuned and look out for our next live session. Thank you. Love you so much, and have a fantastic day.